Hey guys, Kid Resaw here, back at you with another What Sold video. It's for week 48 or 49 of 2025, I think. Not sure which one exactly. I just finished filming last week's video, and now I'm filming the beginning of this week's video, so I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but we'll start out with a couple sales that were good, that were technically last weekend, or technically over the weekend, but I saved them to start out this video. Shining Fates Pokemon box. This sold for like $89 plus shipping. In total, right around 100. I think I paid like 50 for this originally. So these are actually moving now. I need to make sure I still have some listed. I'm not sure if I have them listed anymore or not. This was out of a storage unit a long time ago. I call it the baking unit. There's a bunch of baking supplies, but these are all like soap molds of some kind. Basically, it's like a twirling dancer. Soap mold or cake mold. Maybe the fondant stuff they put on the cakes is what this is. But these are all new. They're all new and sealed. They're all random different things. So those sold for like $25 plus shipping. I think those sold on Poshmark, actually, out of all random platforms. Poshmark was the one they sold on. And then, last but not least, this LL Bean jacket. It's a long, multicolor jacket, brown and blue mainly, plaid kind of. That will go in a box, but that sold for around $110 plus shipping. So I think that's it for sales to start out the week. 3 sales, all decent sales. At least 2 of them were over $50. So I always like it when I have sales that go over $50. That's it for sales to start out the week. Here are my sales for today. Got like 4 sales going out between eBay and Mercari. First up, this Tenzing bag sold for like $37 plus shipping. That came from the Goodwill bins. Next up is a Next O Knights 70315 Lego set. Next O Knights. This sold for $110 plus shipping or so. It's new and sealed, which is why it sold for so much. Another Goodwill bins find. This Merlin's sleep suit sold for, I think it sold for like $20 free shipping. And then the other sale is Heather Beanie Boos. These 2 Beanie Boos sold for, I think they sold for like 11 or 13 plus shipping, somewhere in that range. And then also had a Whatnot show yesterday, Little People, which is my best show I've ever done, now twice. The first time I did it, I made $400. This time I made over $300. After fees and everything, I made $252, but $300 in sales. The best one being this Cruella de Vil car. Sold for $29, plus shipping, obviously, on Whatnot. But yeah, it sold for $29. It does have sound, as you can tell here, right there. So that came with Cruella, the car, and a little puppy. That was $29, and then I had a bunch of other Little People's sell as well, like the Batmobile and the car, the Robin's vehicle, and the Killer Croc. Someone had Robin, but not the vehicle. And then just a bunch of other ones as well. Some Christmas ones sold for like $9 and $7. The Pretzel Man sold pretty well for like 11 or 13. He must be harder to find. Someone bought Scuttle. This cat even sold for like $9 or $10, just for that little cat. But yeah, with Little People, I've decided to actually put them on Whatnot now. Every single one I find, they sell pretty well. Like I said, some of them go for a decent amount of money. I'm sure if I think I had like 15 people on my show. If I had like 40, I would, like last time I had about 40 people on my show, and I did I made $400. This time I had roughly between 15 and 20 the whole time. So it was on the Little People raid train. Shout out to Captain Collects and Picked and Pedaled for having me on the train. I love being on the train. I'm not sure I have enough stuff for the next one, but I have to find more Little People. Hardest part is finding the Little People stuff. It's hard to find it in my area, at least. Every time I look on Facebook, it's way overpriced for what I need to sell it for, or what I need to get it for to be able to sell it for on Whatnot. But yeah, that's it for sales for today. Here are my sales for today. Got about 6 sales going out. 3 Beanie Boos. These came from a garage sale. 2 Muffins and 1 Isabella. These 3 sold for like $30 plus shipping. I think the best one is probably Isabella, but Muffin's worth a little bit as well. A-Wing Star Wars Lego toy sold for $20 or $25 plus shipping. Kept it in the bag to keep all the pieces together. It'll ship in a box. Recent storage unit find. I think I've sold 4 items out of that recent storage unit now. This is Girlfriend's DVD complete series or seasons. I looked and every disc was there. So yeah, that sold for like $45 plus shipping. Never even heard of this show. I don't know if it's still, maybe you have to buy the DVDs to be able to see it. some of those older shows, they don't put them out on like Netflix or places like that. River sold for $13 plus shipping. Mercari, the one Mercari sale is Eeyore, dressed up as Indiana Jones. He sold for $24 plus shipping. And then this Woolrich sold for like $15 plus shipping. And I think that's it for sales for today. 6 sales going out today. So I had a Whatnot show as well today on Wednesday. I decided to go ahead and ship out some of the orders that came in on Wednesday, since tomorrow in my timeline is a holiday. So first up, this candy cane Thai Boo sold on Amazon for $14 plus shipping, I think. I think I paid like $5 or $6 for this little, maybe I got him clearance down. I don't remember at this point. I've had him forever. One Poshmark sale. These Denim and Company shirts. Those 2 sold for like $17 plus shipping on Posh. And then I had another lot of shirts also sell on eBay. A lot of 5 Hannah, H-A-N-N-A-H, Hannah long sleeve shirts. I think these came out of a storage unit, or maybe my mom gave them to me. I don't remember which one exactly, but these 5 sold for like $35 plus shipping on eBay. And then I had a Whatnot show today, like I said. I sold $75 or $76 worth of stuff. The best one I think was the Sully Disney ears, but this Winn-Dixie plush sold for $10 plus shipping. And then all of these guys as well. This little kawaii gingerbread, some Auroras, a Minecraft lion, some Care Bears sold to Lost in the toy aisle. The Sully Disney ears. I probably should have kept those, but they sold for $12 plus shipping on Whatnot. So, and then also had a couple other Beanie Boos and Beanie Bellies also sold. These 2, I think these all went to the same person. So somebody bought some of the Beanie Boos and Bellies that I had. So that was good as well. Overall, a good Whatnot show. $75 in an hour. I would call that a good Whatnot show for me, at least. So yeah, that's it for sales for today. Here are my sales for today. Got a decent amount of sales going out. This is technically Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, because this is the day after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I had some sales. Not great. It was pretty good on Wednesday. But Thanksgiving, I think I sold like 2 items max. This one sold today, but I'm going to include it. Go ahead and ship it out before the weekend. This is Lefty from Five Nights at Freddy's, little action figure toy. It sold for $111 plus shipping. I still have a lot of these left, so need to get them listed and sold. I think that I need to make sure there's one active on Amazon right now. That one obviously sold. One Poshmark sale, Draculaura. She sold for like $20 plus shipping, I think. So a decent sale for her. She'll be shipping in a box. Unfortunately, Poshmark's new shipping system, they give you the Ground Advantage boxes, but none of them are small enough to fit her. They're big, huge boxes. I'd have to waste a lot of packing to fit her. So I'll put her in an 8x6x4. Usually I can just fold their legs up and they'll fit in an 8x6x4 box pretty easily. We have Percy. This is from Pocahontas, the pug from Pocahontas. Sold for like, I think like 12 plus shipping. The total was around $20. But for some reason, FedEx is $8 to ship this, and then USPS was like 13. I don't know why there's such a drastic difference there. Usually whenever FedEx is a little bit cheaper, I choose USPS because I don't trust FedEx at all. Usually they overcharge on shipping. Like if I ship that, it's 1 pound, 15 ounces. I put the dimensions of like 14 by 10 by 8, which is bigger than that thing is, but FedEx will upcharge you because they like to. And I don't trust FedEx at all, but $4 or $5 difference, I'm going to try it and see what happens. I'll keep an eye on that one for sure to make sure they don't overcharge me. Toad's Magical Adventure. This is a Disney ride or Disney item. It says Disney on the tag. I got it at the consignment sale. I don't know what I paid for it, but he sold for like 25 or 30 plus shipping. Shopkins. These all came from the Goodwill bins or some other random source of revenue or source of sourcing. Sold for like 20 plus shipping. Not really that much, but it was something at least. Another action figure sold. This is Mikasa Ackerman from Attack on Titan. This sold for like 20 or 25 plus shipping. I think I paid around 20 for it. So just trying to get money back there. Get some money back. And then the last sale. Yeah, this is the last sale for today. Junior the Asparagus from VeggieTales. Didn't sell for much at all. C.R. Gibson. I think he sold for like 10 plus shipping maybe. He doesn't weigh more than a pound, so it doesn't cost too much to ship him. But yeah, I thought this would go for more, but it did not. And that's it for sales for today. Here are my weekend sales. A really good weekend. I had over 30 orders going out between eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari, and even Amazon had one sale. Let's start out with some of the sales. First up, eBay. Stavon, the Hug Me Squishmallow, sold for like 20 plus shipping. Something else just sold on eBay, as y'all heard. That doesn't happen very often, but the way this weekend's been going, that makes sense. This sold on Whatnot for like $6 plus shipping. It's some kind of Art Nouveau hairbrush. Had a couple bids. Did a Whatnot show on Black Friday. They were doing no fees. Well, no fees on their part. They still charge the processing fee, but they advertise it as no commission, I guess, not no fees. But I sold 2 items in like 30 minutes. Wasn't worth it, probably, but I had 2 pre-bids, so I decided to run it. Saved a little bit of money, I guess. Skull Trooper from Fortnite sold for like 10 plus shipping on eBay. This scarf came from the Goodwill bins. It weighs nothing, so I didn't pay much for it. And it sold for like 15 plus shipping. Tramp sold on Poshmark. I think I had like 6 or 7 sales on Poshmark. I'll show y'all all but one. I'm saving one for the start of the next week's video. He sold for like 20 on Posh. Fontanini little figure, Baltazar, if that's how you say his name, he sold for around 10. These are Octonauts little hats. I don't know where I got them, but they sold for almost $30 plus shipping for those. I guess someone's probably having a party or something. Yuri on Ice, little figure, Victor. I did pay, the box was damaged, I did note that, but that's why I didn't sell for too much, because the box was damaged. Let's see, what did I sell? Y'all will see this in next week's video. Start next week's video. Vintage My Little Pony. Oh, they paid for the My Little Ponies. I sold some My Little Ponies at auction. They got one bid. The auction ended like 30 minutes ago, and then they finally paid, so. These Robin Hood figures sold on Posh for around 35 plus shipping. You got Lady Madam, I think that's her name. Prince John, I think. Prince Long John. I don't know. I haven't seen Robin Hood in forever. I think Robin Hood's actually in here too. Friar Tuck maybe is that guy. I'm probably butchering these. That's Robin Hood. And then a Goose as well. It probably says their names on here, but I don't have time. This is going to be a long video. This is going to be a long clip. So, well, it could be even longer if I showed you all the sales, but I'm choosing to show y'all some. Pelican, this is for some kind of typewriter. New and sealed. It sold for around 15. $10 for this on Poshmark. I took the offer because it's been listed forever. It's this little husky. These sold on Poshmark for like 25 for 4 little basket beanies. I was surprised they went for that much, but that's what I listed them for. Jasper and 3 Jaspers and 1 April. So these might be for Easter. I'm not sure exactly what the person's buying them for, but they sold. The one Amazon sale was Miss Piggy. She sold super fast. I listed her for like 35. There was none other listed right now. Probably why she sold. I need to see if I have any more. I don't think I do though, but yeah, she sold. I paid $1 for her at Walmart. Poshmark, another sale. These Thomas the Train figures, they sold for somewhere around 25. These 2 little dog and cat from My Loving Family, I think, or something. They're Fisher Price branded. They sold for like 12 plus shipping. Vampirina sold for $14 total for these 3 little figures. And then Southern University pens, these 2 sold for around 20. They came out of one of probably my best storage unit ever. I still haven't done a video on it. I don't know if I will at this point. Probably won't. And then these Harry Potter Lego also sold for like 20 plus shipping on Posh. So I might show you. I'll show you one more. It's a book. This book right here sold for like 9 plus shipping. It came out of the recent storage unit that y'all saw in the video. So that's it for sales for today. I'll save the rest for the start of next week. I still have a decent amount of sales to show y'all from the weekend, but I'll split it up into 2 different. That way I can get some length into the next video as well. So don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite sale, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.